What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Gary Martin Show. You know, for the last few years, we've been watching videos of young black males being shot down by police officers. And the majority of those young black males has been unarmed. Now, in this case, it shows you what some police officers really think of black lives. And what I mean is, these two police officers that I'm going to show you are stopping a man just for jaywalking. Now, one of the police officers really don't want to do it. You know, it seems like he was like, this is BS. Why even go through the trouble? But the other officer insisted on doing it. So they stopped the young man for jaywalking. Now, there's two critical points that I want to make. First point is, we're talking about jaywalking. Harmless, senseless crime. It's not even a crime. It's a ticket. But it's jaywalking. How many people you see jaywalk every day and get a ticket for it? Not too many. So that shows you how minute this is. Second point I want to make clear. One of the officers don't want to do it. He's not up for it. He thinks it's useless. It's a waste of time. But they still proceed. Now, when you get to the part where they actually start interacting with the young man, and they use the word jaywalking, and they see the young man as not being cooperative. Now, some of y'all might say, why don't he just cooperate with the police? Adhere to their demands. Well, in my opinion, and I'm going to defend the young man, if you're out there doing nothing in the streets, you're not harming anyone, and you're just walking, and police officers walks up to you and tell you to stop for no reason, and you're a black man especially, you're going to feel a little aggravated off the rip because you're trying to figure out why they're singling you out. So yes, the young man, he didn't want to stop. But like I said, let's go back to the original, my original points. One of the cops didn't want to do it. Just understand that. Anytime someone is saying, why didn't this black man just stop and cooperate? Also remember, one of the police officers themselves did not want to stop him because they know it was a BS stop over jaywalking. And that young man knew it was a BS stop, and that's why he was aggravated. So yes, things did escalate to the next level. But instead of those cops, especially one that didn't want to do it in the first place, saying, man, you know what? This ain't even worth it. Let's let him go, and we're going to go on by our business. No one is being hurt. No, the public is not in danger. Let's just move on. But the cop didn't do that. He and his partner allowed the situation to escalate. And it's escalated to the point where they had to throw the man on the ground. And then they said he was reaching for the gun. And then that's when they shot him. All that could have been avoided if the first cop who rejected the stop in the first place would have been more forceful. Actually, I even think the cop who didn't want to do it, I think he was even joking. Because when he said, don't make this case law, Gabriel, to me, he was joking with the other cop about it. And that shows you, another reason shows you why this was nonsense. It was a nonsense stop. But I just want y'all to look at this and you tell me what you think of this. Now, this actually happened back in September of last year, but the police department is just now releasing their body cams. So that's why this is in the news now. But you give me your opinion on this. Also, one other thing I must say. You know, these cops have immunity from being sued. This is the main reason why that law should be rescinded. Because these cops need to be held accountable for their actions. They do need to think before they act. They need to understand their job is to de-escalate a situation and not escalate the situation. A lot of these cops are escalating these situations. They're not being trained right. So the immunity clause that they have for cops need to be taken away. But like I say, look at this short clip and you tell me what you think.
Control. There we go. You can hit me. It's control, man. I don't know. It is. It's like guy just stop in the middle. Don't make case law, Gabriel. Not case law. We're gonna identify him, though.
So before there was any stop, before what we showed you just earlier, before any scuffle, you have one officer already concerned this may not be a worthwhile or valid stop. The officer says, don't make case law, which sounds like referencing what could become a questionable precedent. Don't turn this stop into a case about crossing the line or where the line is. But they went ahead and they did pull up to Reinhold. And before even telling him why they are stopping him or if he's technically under arrest yet, you're going to see they start saying if he does not stop, they will, quote, make him stop. Quite the escalation for this alleged jaywalking.
How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, you can stop. You can stop.
From easy on the center, bro.
You can hear, even with this off-camera partial audio, how quickly this whole thing escalated by the choice of the officers. Already, it doesn't look like a stop that's making the neighborhood much safer. It looks like a stop that's escalating a situation with an unarmed person minding his own business, who then is asking, where did he even jaywalk? And then a concerned witness took cell phone video, which shows more of this from another angle.
Where did I jaywalk? Stop touching! Stop touching! Stop touching! Hey, on me! Why are you stopping? Stop touching! Stop touching! Stop touching, bro! What is your problem? Why are you touching me? Why are you touching now? Why are you touching now? For what? Who are you?
As they argue and the video continues, there appears to be an effort by Reinhold to just get away. Then the officers tackle him, which includes the one officer who initially cautioned against the stop, saying things were under control. As it escalates, moments later, an officer says Reinhold has his gun, and they kill him with 2 shots.